Houston, we have a problem. Have you ever found yourself in a heated debate and halfway through you're like, wait, why am I even arguing about this? That's the trap we're breaking free from today. From the best pizza toppings to global issues, everybody and their mom has got something to say. But here's the catch. The majority of folks are just riding the wave of bias and ignorance. As Kelly Stamps would say, class is now in session, so take a seat and let's dive right in. Lola here, back with another video for you. I've done the research so you don't have to. Today we're diving into the revolutionary concept, normalizing the art of not having an opinion. That sounds bizarre, but we're gonna break it all down in today's video. Oh, and before I forget, make sure you click the like and subscribe button to stay in the loop-de-doo and have a good time on this channel. The pressure. First, let's dissect the opinion bubble. Where does this pressure come from? I believe this bubble is twofold. On one side, you have a majority of those who do have an opinion, but it's a very biased perspective. Most are ignorant and they base their judgment on the limited information that they're exposed to, which is why you see many people wasting their time debating when research is literally free. On the other side, you have those people who decide not to have or voice their opinions and they're being shamed or canceled. Unfortunately, I have been among the crowd that has this mindset, but since I've become more, shall I say, enlightened, I've realized that it's okay to not have an opinion. Not every issue is one that every single person needs to speak about or take a stance on. Not everyone is qualified to speak on every topic. Let's normalize not having an opinion because having skewed ones do more harm than good. It leads to further ignorance, unnecessary noise, misconstrued awareness, and wasted energy, which quite frankly leads to zero impact. It's okay for us to normalize saying, I don't know enough about this to have an opinion at this time, but when I do, I will let you know. You're not gonna die, you're not gonna look less than if you say that. It just means you have integrity. Let's also take into account that there are multiple sides to every story, and a majority of prominent information feeders have their own agenda. They have their own investors, they have their own sponsors who are really trying to, spread a specific narrative. So you as a regular individual in society should not feel obligated to have an opinion on things that you're not well informed about. Just because person A or person B said this or that, you read this, that, or there, it doesn't make it fact. Just because you saw it on the news doesn't make it fact. Just because you saw it on Google does not make it fact. Quality over quantity. Let's use this simple analogy. Imagine a crowded marketplace where everyone is shouting to be heard. Now replace those voices with opinions. That's the world we find ourselves in today. The more opinions there are, the harder it becomes to distinguish the signal from the noise. Quality opinions come from thoughtful consideration. It's not about the speed at which you form an opinion, but the depth of understanding behind it. So when you take your time to research, to analyze, and to comprehend different perspectives, you ensure that when you do express an opinion, it carries weight and substance, not just your personal contribution to the noise and, feeling self-fulfilled, like, oh, I already said something, then I've played my part. Life is complex, and so are many of the issues that we face. Quality opinions acknowledge and respect nuance. They understand that not every topic can be reduced to simple black or white or yes or no perspective. Embracing the gray areas really allow for more comprehensive and holistic understanding of complex matters. Let's remind ourselves, it's not about adding to the noise. It's about contributing meaningfully, if you must, to the conversation. So the point of this point is to really start to be discerning in our expressions and to prioritize depth over surface level chatter because the world, social media, all these places, all these public spaces are already filled up with enough of that. We don't need to add to the noise. Point number 3, the myth of expertise. Now, don't be embarrassed. We've all been there, nodding along in a conversation about something like cryptocurrency, when in reality, we're still trying to figure out what Bitcoin is. The pressure to pretend like we know everything can be overwhelming because nobody wants to look like they're stupid, right? I mean, I certainly don't. We live in a world where opinions are being thrown around like confetti. I mean, I wish people would throw around dollar bills instead. Here's the catch. Not every confident speaker is an expert like me. Just because I'm confidently speaking on this topic doesn't make me an expert. I'm just a regular 20-something-year-old tech person who's done a thing or two, and I make YouTube videos in my free time, and I research topics, and I form my own opinions, and I share on the internet. It doesn't make me an expert, absolutely not, and I do not claim to be an expert on the topics I talk about. So in the world of information overload, let's break free from the perception that everyone is an expert, or that everyone with a platform or everyone with an opinion is an expert. Instead, let's take everything with a grain of salt. Let's recognize that not having an opinion can be a wise choice until you've really taken your time to explore the depths of a subject, which brings me to my next point. The power of selective silence. If you Google silence, if you search silence in YouTube, there are so many videos on the power of silence, and that also applies in this case. You don't have to be the sheriff or the judge in every, internet thread or comment section. Sometimes silence really is the peace of mind that you didn't know you have. Not having an opinion, it doesn't make you ignorant or weak. It's a power move, because majority of the time, those with the loudest opinions are just shouting over the whispers of knowledge and flat out making a fool of themselves. Let's not be afraid to make this our mantra. Let's not be afraid to say, I don't know enough about this right now to form an opinion, but when I do, I will let you know. Let's practice that. I don't know enough about this to form an opinion right now, but when I do, I will let you know. And that's up to you. If you eventually decide to have an opinion, fine. If not, that's fine as well. People respect honesty, and it opens the door to have genuine conversations, which is one way to build meaningful relationships and add value. So in conclusion, not everything requires a hot take, and it's okay to admit that you're not well versed in the topic. It's not about being silent, it's about choosing your battles and valuing genuine understanding over empty debates. If you've ever encountered somebody who doesn't know diddly squat about what they're talking about, you can tell. So when you do the same thing, people can tell. So class, let's make I don't know, but I'm willing to learn our mantra, and just watch how that helps you increase your intellectual capacity. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you stay subscribed. Subscribed if you haven't subscribed already. Click a like on this video and make sure you share with your tribe. I've been Lola, and I'll catch you in the next one.